recording now. But I got, like I said, too, so we can just start whenever.
No, keep it raw.
All right, so we had the technical difficulties, but we're here now. So we'll just hop back into it. How we had before.
Well,
So we're talking about the Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson. You were saying that he's like an actual fighter to an extent. Like he's
just not like a basketball player in a boxing match.
Yeah, that's I was thinking that too. Like I said,
I didn't think it was real when they first announced it. But
like you thought it wasn't gonna happen.
I thought someone just was like,
oh, like Nate was just like,
yeah, they just like,
fuck this white boy, let me fight this kid. Yeah,
exactly. Gotcha. And then when I saw it was like legit happening, I was like, all right. Like I saw KSI and whatever the fuck do it, and then
KSI and Logan.
But then they were like, it's on the Tyson card. I was like, what? Like they're putting it on like the
that was
Tyson card. Like how is this card even legit then? But then every other fight was like legit fighters, like good fight, like decent fights. But I don't really love boxing, so I was like, but I watch combat sports, so I was like, I can appreciate a fight that doesn't involve knockouts or crazy slugfest all the time. But I still was like, these are like decent fights. And then also these fucking two guys are fighting who aren't fighters. But
no, I didn't even watch most of it. I saw just like this shit on Twitter. But I was saying to my friends too. I was like, Jake Paul's like, I don't fuck with the dude either. But I mean, he's got a bigger reach. He's taller. He's actually like.
Yeah,
like
so
he's a big dude. Like
I watched the whole thing, and it's like you can tell, like even in like MMA and stuff, you can tell when a guy's like less experienced. It's not as extreme in boxing because like if you're in MMA or something, you can at least like take a guy down or kick him or whatever the fuck you want to do to like try to stay alive.
There's so many more.
But you could just tell from the rip. You could tell right away that like Nate Robinson had no idea what he was doing at all. Like he just kept rushing him. He looked like a guy that like
a street fight,
like a street fight, or like some guy who's just like, I'm tough, I can take this guy, and then like just gets his shit rocked. Yeah, he just didn't. You had no idea how to fight clearly, and he got dropped like 2 times before he got knocked out. Like the fight never should have. If it was an exhibition, amateur charity, whatever the fuck they were calling it, like they said it was, it never should have gone to a knockout.
Yeah,
because he honestly just tied him up a bunch of times, and then anytime Jake Paul he landed only clean shots, and every time he did, he just went down. Really? He probably landed 9 or 10 shots on him, like in the whole fight, and 3 of them were knockdowns, like, and 1 being a knockout. Like it was stupid.
Yeah, I wasn't really.
But I was shocked that his corner didn't throw the towel in, or
he's too much pride, bro.
Yeah, but it's you gotta like. I don't even know who his judges are not his coaches in the corner. I don't know if they're like legit boxing coaches or not, but like. If that was my guy, I would have been like, all right, he has no fucking clue what's going on here, and he's going to just take unnecessary damage. And he's 42. How old is he? 38 or something? 36?
He's old.
He's 36, but
yeah.
There's no reason.
I was saying, too, an age thing, too. He's like 10 years younger. Jake Paul's like 10 years younger than him.
Yeah, Jake Paul's
just like in the peak
23 in the prime of his... Probably not even his prime. Like,
true.
Of his athletic abilities, and he's also full of piss and vinegar. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Cocky prick that can also throw hands. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It was just a stupid thing that like probably shouldn't have happened.
I mean, they just wanted the cash, right?
Yeah, it's the Paul brothers are like bullies, where it's like they're not bullies like they're dickheads. They're bullies in the sense of like if someone's bullying you and you just keep ignoring them, they eventually just go away. And it's like, why isn't the general public just ignore these guys so they'll just fucking go away? Like,
I mean, the people that watch their content,
they make money for
12
sure.
years old, so
they're content machines and they make tons of money. They're smart as fuck, but it's like, I don't want to see much more from I'm like these guys are just like professionally famous. Like it's like the Kardashians and shit. Like they're just famous for being famous, which is like I don't know. At least they're not like complete dickheads, but I don't know.
That leads to the Logan Paul fighting Mayweather. You had a tweet about this, like
that blew my mind.
Yeah, that shit was
blew
insane.
my mind.
But did you see what Logan said about the fight?
No.
On his podcast, he said like he doesn't care if he wins or loses.
Oh hell no!
I was like, yeah. I mean,
he's gonna make a fucking bet. I can't believe how much money is in boxing still.
Yeah,
because it's clearly not the most popular.
Well,
sport
there
anymore.
Isn't really a lot. I feel like, but it's just these are two dudes. That there is
like, though. That's the thing. Like these guys, like so, like the top paid guys in the UFC are making. I don't want to get this wrong because like I'm just going off the top. Like if you make $1 million a fight in the UFC, that's crazy. Like that's a lot of money for one fight. But these guys, like I'm saying, amateur guys, not even the Paul brothers, not even like these. They're getting like $4 million a fight. Some of these guys, like
okay,
or whatever, you know, like not like Canelo and shit's making like $30 million a fight.
Yeah, but
maybe
so
more. He's a huge top guy, but like if the top guy is making 30, like the top guy in the UFC is like maybe making $1 million. Like McGregor might make $1 million at a comeback fight, or like Stipe or something. I don't even think they're making that much. Like
see, I was saying more like if Logan fought like a random boxer, like people wouldn't give a shit. But if it like just the fact that it's a Mayweather is like that drives on all the people.
Like he's not gonna fight. Like he's not going. I don't even know any lower level boxers like at all. I really don't. I only know like the top names. But if Logan Paul's fighting even a lower level guy, like he's not going to, because like they're gonna be like, fuck that. Like you're not in the circuit. Like you're just some guy who wants to fight. Like money. So it's like, all right, we'll pay for the buys, because I'm sure I made tons of money. But the draw wasn't the fucking Jake Paul fight. It was the Tyson fight.
Yeah,
and it's like I don't know. It was a good enticer too, I guess. But
like, it was just in there like just cause for fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a little embarrassing for boxing.
So
to be like, now we're taking celebrity fights now on.
So what if Logan wins?
Dude, if Logan wins,
the first loss of Floyd's career.
The only way Logan would win is if Floyd went in there and just didn't fight like Floyd. Like he was just like, let's put on some crazy show, and I'm going no defense, all offense.
Like what if he's just been practicing for years and like nobody knows, and he's just like
he's just like the second coming. Like
but just. Bro, somebody said
fucking banana. But like I said, he would have to just go in there, and like Floyd would have to be like Ali in the whole time, shuffling his feet, like dipping, diving, doing crazy shit, throwing punches behind his back just to fuck around and get like caught or something like that. But like, I mean, Floyd's the best probably of all time, and also definitely, I think, I don't watch a lot of boxing, but the best defensive fighter of all time. But he's been rocked a couple times, not a lot, but like a couple, maybe honestly like 3 times in 50 fights or 52, 53, whatever he's at.
Yeah.
So like he's been caught before. Like he's not weak by any means. But I also don't know how the fuck this weight's gonna work, because there's no way.
Are they?
Because Floyd fights I think like 150 something, like 160. And
how tall is he? Because Logan's like over 6 feet.
He's probably
Floyd
like
pretty short.
I'm gonna look it up right now. I think he can't be like 6'1", maybe.
I mean, maybe Floyd just doesn't give a shit. He's just that confident.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
Care.
I didn't even see the weights for this fight for the Nate Robinson one. So
I don't
know if they even made the
I
same
think they were
weight.
pretty similar though. I think I feel like they were pretty similar.
But
although I could be
he's
wrong.
5'8".
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, Logan's got the reach.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Logan Paul. His height.
That would break the fucking internet.
5'8" versus 6'2". So that's pretty much the same fight as the Nate Robinson. Yeah. Wait, actually, no. How tall's Nate? He's
but the difference is that one's a Paul brother fighting a fucking NBA player, and one's a Paul brother fighting the best
greatest fighter of all time.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't. If he wins, I think a black hole will probably just open, and we all just die. I don't know.
Like that's sending us like back like racism years, like 40 years. Like
I think the space-time continuum would somehow there'd be a riff in it, and it would,
literally
we would all just die. I don't really know.
Deadass.
Actually, Nate Robinson's 5'9", so he's taller than Floyd.
Damn. Floyd just posted a picture on Instagram with all his money. He'd be like, fuck this fight.
Exactly. He's not. There's no way for him to lose this fight.
Yeah.
Like
unless he physically loses.
Unless he can get knocked out, but he's not losing the fight because he's gonna make
knockout
picture. He's gonna make $50 million. Like
deadass.
Fighting some fucking YouTuber who's famous for watching a film in a dead.
All right, so now we can just talk about the Patriots. I guess we can get into that. 45-0 against the Chargers.
Yeah, that was a stomping. That was nice to see. It
was a nice game.
The special teams looked really good, and Cam looked good too. And
I was about to say, is Cam the answer?
I don't know if Cam's the answer or like if he's the guy. I love Cam. I don't care. Like even when we lose, like you can tell, or even like last week when we won, and he was. Not this most recent game. And you could see him after the game. He was so upset that he played bad. Like on that final drive, he threw the pick or whatever he did, and then he was so pissed. And like Josh McDaniels was kind of like, "Hey man, a win is a win." But
when he was like
that,
with him over, with the arm
so it's like I love his attitude. I used to hate him. Not hate him, but I used to hate that he was such a crybaby and like.
Dude, I fucking love that shit where he would like score on somebody and just fucking hit the whip or like just dab on them and shit. That shit was so funny.
He was so caught when he was like the MVP. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always thought he was just like a crybaby and a sore loser. And now it's like he can see you can actually see.
Well, I think he was.
Everyone talks about like, oh, this is my I'm doing this for me and blah blah blah. But you can see that he's actually doing it. Like he's upset by every bad play. He's like, he knows he's not playing as good as he can, but like he's definitely hurt too still.
Yeah, the thing is though, he's playing for like a meaningful football now.
Right, exactly.
Like the only time he played that was that one season where they went 15-1 and lost the Super Bowl.
Right, exactly.
Other than that, he's just been on the Panthers and they haven't done shit for the whole
Yeah,
his whole
he had
life,
a good record,
basically,
but
his whole career. I mean,
but then it's like he said, like everyone gave up on him and fucking
yeah,
blah blah blah. But it's I mean, I love him. Win or lose, I love his attitude. I love like he's such a team guy. He wants to win. He enjoys being here. It looks like he's brought like fun to the Patriots.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like they're all having fun. Like they're all like you know. I think Bill's probably like, hey, keep winning. You can do whatever you want. But like,
yeah,
I don't know. I think we have to. Maybe we definitely have to win out. Like,
just to make the wild card at this point. But no, I was gonna say like this has been one of the more entertaining seasons because it's not just like a slaughter fest every like.
Yeah, I was
not
saying
to say that we never lose, but like
I kind of like being the underdogs a little bit.
Like actually having to play for something.
And it came after I was saying this the other day in my gym. I was like, well, I kind of like that we're not that good this year because it's like it makes every game exciting, and it also like it came after something. 20 years of dominating the league. So like if it didn't come after that, then I'd be like, this sucks. But like it's kind of hard to be upset when you have 6 Rangers sitting on.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like this.
You're that brings me to 7. So
this is that brings me to the next point. It was like the youth movement is crazy right now. Like with Damien Harris and that guy Bird
and all the guys who opted out, like still getting it done. With the guys. We don't have Chung. We don't have guys I can't remember. Fucking
whatever.
A bunch of players opted out. A bunch of players opted out. Like and it's like
I saw this trade rumors too for Stephon Gilmore, and I was like, damn, I hope we don't trade him because I feel like this next half, like I felt like the second half of the season was going to be way better than the first.
Yeah,
because all you have to do is adjust. We had to adjust the Cam. He just doesn't play like Brady at all. He's literally the polar opposite QB, obviously.
Yeah, I think McDaniels is doing a good job too with that.
Yeah,
and then hopefully he can teach Stidham something. Because Stidham's the similar build to him, or like similar play style, like read option kind of. He's still a good pocket passer, but like a good read option as well. So like,
okay.
I don't know. I hope that's what happens. But we got like tough schedule-ish coming up.
Yeah.
The Rams on Thursday, then the Dolphins isn't exactly a shoe-in game anymore.
It should be, but
every year it actually is like not when we go to Miami
or
vice versa.
Like not.
For some reason they have Brady's like Achilles heel, so we'll see how that goes with Tua. Then the Bills. I think the Bills is the toughest one.
Is Tua play? Wasn't he out for like a minute?
He got benched and then he was out. But he played the last game, and I believe he's playing the next game. And then Bills is the big one. That's
fucking oh my god, bro.
2-3 weeks.
I mean, we could do it, but they're just so good right now. They're just firing on all cylinders.
But you look back to like the Texans loss, and you're like, how the fuck did we lose that game? Like we should have won that game too.
I mean,
so it's then you're like, are we gonna lose to the fucking Jets like the last weekend?
If we lose to the Jets, bro, we're canceled.
And then
this team's canceled. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, no, I've always been a fan of Cam since even like the year before his MVP season when he was kind of starting to pick it up. I was like, I saw he was like one of the, besides like maybe Russell Wilson, he was one of the like the mobile quarterbacks that was like pretty rare at least in that time.
He was a freak athlete.
Yeah, and he's just a unit.
Freak athlete.
And he can throw. He can throw pretty well.
He took a beating for like 2 straight years too. Yeah.
That's what I was saying to people before. I was like, you got to remember, this dude's just like last season he played like I can't. As to say, either didn't play at all or he played like non-meaningful minutes because he was just getting murdered at like play after play after play, just concussions like over and over and over again.
He had shoulder surgery, I think, last year, and I don't believe he played.
Yeah,
and then the year before was the year where he just kept getting
like he'd come back, play a game, get knocked out, and then he's out for another 4 games.
I remember there was the whole controversy with the first 8 weeks where he just kept getting hit, and like they weren't calling like the roughing the passers, and he was just getting this fucking.
And they were saying it's because he was dancing and all that shit.
Yeah, well, they were like more like if you're gonna be mobile, you want to roll out, like you're gonna get hit. But it's like he's in the pocket, he's on the ground, and the Dominican Sue jumps off his teammate's shoulders and elbow drops him, and they fucking don't throw anything. So it's like I don't know, but I just
I'm glad he's here now.
It's like, dude, he's on a 1-year contract for under $700,000.
Is that true?
He signed for $550.
Jesus
He's
Christ.
a former league MVP.
Foul.
Former league MVP. But I'm saying he just came because they're basically like, I think the Patriots were like, you're not that good anymore. But like, you want to fucking sign for this? Fuck it, you can come play quarterback for us. Like, we'll see how you do with all the incentives for touchdowns, wins, blah blah blah. He can make it. He can make like $3 million, I think, or something like that. But that's still not a lot for a fucking.
True.
And you got to hit all those
2
incentives.
years ago, literally 2 years ago.
MVP 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. No,
2015,
right? I think.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
I think it was. I might be. You might be.
I don't know, but whatever. Yeah.
Regardless, a former league MVP signing for $550,000.
Yeah.
To like one of the best, to probably the best team that's ever existed.
Yeah, and I was saying like with the youth movement, like Damien Harris just came out of nowhere, just takes them so much pressure off.
Damien Harris has been nasty. It kind of took him a while to give him a shot, but like,
I'm
glad they did. J.C. Jackson, dude, J.C. Jackson's got like 6 interceptions this year.
Yeah, I saw a stat the other day. Yeah, I was gonna say he's like one of the best. He's one of the least targeted corners in the whole league right now.
He's fucking lockdown, and we still have Gilmore too. So
I was just saying we have Gilmore too.
That defense should not be playing as poorly as it does. Chase Winovich is playing unbelievably good. Like his stats when he's on the field.
with the crazy punt return.
Gunny, he's got like 3 punt returns last week. One that didn't count.
You saw Cam in the end zone like celebrating with them after, even though he wasn't on the field. That shit was funny as hell.
But the N'Keal Harry sucks, so we're done with that.
Which is tough. But I feel like
but it seems like that's what happens every time the fucking Patriots draft a rookie wide receiver. He just sucks. At least the last like 5 or 6 seasons, it's been like that. He just falls off, but
I mean,
or gets injured and then comes back and sucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't he injured a bunch this year?
He was injured last year, and then I don't know if he was injured this. Yeah,
I feel like he missed a bunch of games on injured this year, but I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
I mean, we don't.
Honestly, he should be way better. Way better.
But like, there's people that fill this spot so fast.
Jabari Bird or whatever.
Yeah, that's not his first name, but
it's
it's something
Bird.
Player?
Jabari Bird.
I think that was
something Bird. Jacoby Bird or
the fuck. I think it's Jacoby.
I don't know.
You just look it up. But
Demar
like that.
Bird.
Okay, there's a Jacoby though. Jacoby Myers. Myers.
Demir. Damien. D-Bird. D-Bird. Fucking.
D-Bird.
He's been cleaning up a little. He's been holding his own.
Jacoby Myers. He's been a stud this year too.
Jacoby Myers has been good.
These guys just like, if you didn't know
again,
they were
it's
young,
fucking Bill just turning star
honestly.
Receivers out of fucking Mary Lou's workers.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. Like with this second half of the season is gonna be way better because I was like, once Cam gets adjusted to an offense, like if you think about it, like Josh McDaniels has never had a quarterback even remotely close to that type of build. So there's no way that he has all these plays drawn up, ready to go. Like just ready to
maybe
put
Garoppolo
this guy in instantly.
Maybe Garoppolo and Bissett, and that
even
wasn't.
Still, he wasn't one. He wasn't even a starter.
No one's running the read option in New England.
Exactly.
And now,
so that's why I just feel like now he adjusted to it. Like you see, we've become like a rushing team this year for the first time. And I probably wasn't even born the last time that we had like a running back.
Yeah, Kevin Falk was the last time we were fucking hammering the rock.
Literally. So it's just like, I don't know. It's cool to see like a new.
It is cool to see
of football here.
A new style of football for sure.
Yeah.
It's cool to be the underdogs.
True. Yeah, we can transition to the Celtics now, I guess, if you want.
Yeah, so I'll just shut my mic off and then you can just talk about the Celtics.
Yeah, so I mean, we picked up Jeff Teague, Tristan Thompson this offseason. Obviously, we lost Hayward. What people don't get about the Hayward thing, so people were like, "Let's don't pick up your player option. Like, we don't fucking want you."
I don't even know what that is.
So basically, when he signed his 4-year contract, that 4th year was a player option.
So basically, sign with us, or
so he can either take the last year, which was like $36 million for this season, for his last season, then he becomes an unrestricted free agent, or he can just be like, I'm good, I'm just gonna head out now, like I'm just gonna become a free agent now. So basically, he has the option to become a free agent that year or next year.
Oh, okay.
So people were like, "Yo, just waive it, just like get the fuck out. We don't want you here. You cost $36 million." What people don't get though is that we don't get that money back because of how the salary cap works.
Right. Okay.
So our best option was to do a sign and trade, which is like what they ended up doing.
Yeah.
So what people don't get is that this trade exception is like the biggest trade exception like ever, literally in NBA history. So basically what it means is, I think it was like 28 mil maybe. So basically what it means is we can take in a $28 million contract and not have to give out $28 million.
So we could just sign someone for $28 million and
like this was literally we could trade like a $1 million contract for a $29 million contract. Because we have like the trade exception, it just is worth 28 mil. So like basically the league just honors it.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, this is literally so I'm like, this is literally the best option. This is what people wanted, is they wanted him to leave and we get that money back.
Yeah.
And that's basically what happened, is when he left, we got a trade exception.
Okay, so what was the point?
So just picture like the salary cap is like 100.
No, yeah, I get. What was your point though? Like that wire.
I'm saying like people were just like pissed about it. Like, damn, you only got a trade exception for Gordon Hayward, but it's like, bro, that's literally what it is. Like,
I see what you're saying.
Like we could literally take in like a superstar player,
right,
for nothing,
for a year or something,
for Jabari Bird,
yeah, for Demar Bird,
yeah. So it's just like
okay, yeah. I don't get that. I understood the Gordon hate from like he's not performing like he used to, but like I couldn't stand when people would be like, he's not the same Gordon Hayward that he was on the Jazz, and it's like, dude, he came to the Celtics to a totally different system, and he doesn't have like in Utah he was the guy, like he was the Utah Jazz. He doesn't have to come here and be that. That's not why we're signing him. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, like after watching it, it's definitely tough to take a guy who's the guy and bring him to your team and be like, you're not 100%. The guy anymore. Not even ego wise. Not even like you're not getting the ball as much. Just to work him in and be like, you have to adjust to like that kind of play style of like you're not going to get the ball all the time and yada yada, like because it might be good for your flow when you're shooting all the shots and like well, I don't really know. I don't watch a lot of play a lot of basketball, but and then he suffers one of the most horrific injuries in not NBA history but sports history.
Yeah,
so that is a massive psychological blow. You're like every time I go for a fucking layup, my legs gonna fall off. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So it's like.
Never mind to mention the ankle injury from this year. I mean, and last year too. Again. Yeah. Like he was out for like 20 games.
And it's like, dude, and he still came in with a positive attitude every time. He skips the fucking.
And he still was averaging like 15 points.
The birth of his kid to stay in the bubble and everything. When he's not even like, when people fucking don't even want him in the bubble. Literally, it's like, how much more can the guy give you? Is like, he tried his best. He did his best. It wasn't like Kyrie where he came here and he was still a good player, but he was like, I fucking hate everyone here. The attitude wasn't there. I hate this team.
I mean, I'm not like a
Kyrie when he called LeBron and he was like. These young guys suck. I sucked. Like, whatever, like.
Well,
and everyone was like, "Oh, I see he's like taking initiative." Like, dude, what the fuck? He was literally like, "Hey, these guys fucking blow, and I can't stand them." And I'm sorry, I used to be like that. Like, that is not a good message. Like,
so I'm a big Kyrie guy. Stride. I'm a big Kyrie guy. Still am. Like, I still like Kyrie, and obviously, I mean, I have his jersey and everything. Like, I'm a big Kyrie guy, but I do think he had the wrong attitude when he was here, and I feel like the way, but at the same time, in his defense, what he signed with. And who he signed with and all the pieces that he was expecting to be here, Kyrie.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they weren't here. And they, like, Hayward broke his leg. So
Hayward broke his leg.
I mean, that's out of Kyrie's control. Hayward but at the same time, he's expecting a 20-point scorer to be on the team with him.
Right.
And he's out for a whole season. Now it's him and Al. And then Al leaves in free agency. It's like,
you got to... with this, like, 80-year-old?
Yeah, it's like, you got to... He was like... At the same time, you got to feel for Kyrie. It's like...
Oh, I definitely do feel bad.
He didn't come here to.
He got the shit under the stick for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
As far as that lineup goes and everything.
Yeah,
but he still, and also, was that Tatum's rookie year or was that
when Kyrie signed?
No, when Gordon hurt himself, or was he even on the team yet?
I don't think he was on the. Wait,
was he even drafted yet?
You just Google it.
I don't remember what year it was.
I don't remember when that happened, but I think it was Tatum's rookie year.
Yeah. Okay, so if it's Tatum's rookie year, we don't know.
JB's second year.
Yeah, JB's second year. JB looked decent his rookie year.
He was solid.
Yeah, like he was a good enough player. Maybe not, but not the talent that we know he is now. Like,
he showed the potential to be, if nothing else, a 3-and-D player.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but yeah,
like he just shoot threes and plays good defense.
2017 was when Tatum got drafted.
Yeah,
and that definitely was after high school because I wasn't in high school. I graduated 2016. Yeah, and that happened after high school. So
yeah, it was definitely the same year. Yeah.
So then we didn't know the talent that Tatum was. Yeah. We don't know the talent. That
all we knew about Tatum at that point was all we knew about Tatum was that he's gonna shoot threes and he'll be able to hit threes and maybe he'll become a shot creator. But at that point, he was kind of just a toss up.
Right, and then definitely don't know how good Terry Rozier was. I think did we still have Avery Bradley at the time? I don't remember if we did or not.
No. We had Marcus Morris.
Marcus Smart, like
Smart.
So it's like you had a lot of that team was good, but it wasn't good yet.
There was a ceiling, for sure.
There was a ceiling.
That was not a championship team, especially without Gordon Hayward.
Right. It didn't have the talent yet. It hadn't developed yet. So it's like if you're Kyrie, dude, like you gotta realize that you're not an idiot. He's a smart guy.
Well, I know. Yeah.
So you want to look at that and be like, all right, you know what? Let me ride this out and see.
But then again, he's almost 30. How long does he want to just sit around here? And for an NBA player,
what a 4-year deal though, right?
Something but I'm saying like he was probably when that happened, he was probably like 27.
First year of a 4-year deal.
Yeah.
So
no, not 4.
3, 2, whatever.
No, I think it was just 2.
Yeah, so it's a 2-year deal. Like,
well, I'm saying he did stick it out. He just signed somewhere else afterwards. We just didn't resign.
I just didn't like because I think he fucked himself, but I think
I was more saying
if he had a different attitude about it, like people wouldn't have hated him. But I remember we were like winning. We were winning games with Kyrie, and he was fucking nasty. And I was like, I still don't want him here. Like,
yeah. Well, the thing about that is, like I was saying, when you had to feel for Kyrie, it's like you go from LeBron James, Kevin Love, J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson, like that team that was in the finals, came back 3-1. Then you go to a team with you, Al Horford, Gordon Hayward, where you're the clear number 1 option now. Like you're 100%, you're taking all the shots, you're the leader of the team, you're getting the offense going through you, whatever. I mean, he realized it didn't work, which is true. I still, to this day, don't. I mean, as much as I love Kyrie, I don't think he can be the best player on a championship team. Like he just can't be. Like I said, he won with LeBron, and if he wins this year, he's got KD, which is, I mean, healthy KD is the second best, if not the best player in the league.
Yeah.
So it's like, in his defense, I feel like he gave it that year, he realized, you know what, this is like I just can't do this. Like this is just not me. I'm not the leader that I thought I might have been. So I'm just gonna get out of here. I'm gonna.
I wish you would have said that. I wish you would have been like, you know.
I mean, it's just it's
tough to come on and be like, I'm not the guy, but like.
He just has too much pride for that, but
yeah, it's I don't know. Yeah, it was just a sour relationship the entire way through.
That's a sidetrack either way.
It just sucks because he was so good still. Even when everyone was rashing him, hating on him, and then he's still so good. And it's like he's still going out and performing and stuff. And then you see him afterwards when we play him the next year. He's not playing any of the games against the Celtics and shit. It's like, dude.
Yeah, that was petty.
Make your bed, fucking laying it, like
whatever.
But I don't know. That's why
I don't know what goes on with Kyrie
because of that.
I can't mess with. I can't.
I don't
what's
even
going on in his brain.
I think he's a bitch, but he's super exciting to watch. Like,
yeah, I
still like him.
Bottom line, if he's your second best player on your team, you're a contender at that point.
Right.
So.
And J.C. Jackson's probably the best quarterback on the Patriots right now.
Facts. We can go back. We can just hit some more.
We didn't touch like Tristan Thompson and Jeff Teague. Like,
we can go back to those. I mean,
I don't really. I just remember being like, oh shit, Jeff Teague.
A little bit about him.
Like I know that name. Like, I was like, I remember he was nasty against us. The last KG
2015
Paul Pierce year, like
shit,
the Hawks.
All the way back then.
Yeah, he was fucking. I was like, all right, this guy can ball. And then Tristan Thompson's gonna be.
So what's interesting about Tristan Thompson? Well, what's interesting about Tristan Thompson is that people, like Cavs people, fans, whatever, Cavs Twitter, we'll just say that. They say that he's like a Marcus Smart at center, which is kind of cool. So we'll see if that's true. He was tweeting about it too, saying
Marcus Smart. It's like he's a hustle guy.
Yeah, I guess he's a hustle guy. He's a really really good rebounder.
I didn't even know he still played.
Well, yeah, because he plays like, Cleveland. He basically still play.
He was on Cleveland, and I was just like, is he still there? Like that's where he's playing right now. Like
So he. I mean, if he does literally nothing else, he's getting rebounds and putting up 10 points a game.
What we need.
Yeah, double a game. Give or take.
I still like Tice too.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, Tice is probably still the starter.
I thought he shined in the bubble. I thought he did pretty well for a guy who was like not supposed to be that.
His defensive plus minus is like he leads the league.
Yeah,
he's one of the best defenders.
And he gets fouled so much, and
he does. But whatever.
He's the Rob Gronkowski of the NBA.
We'll go back to Jeff Teague too. Jeff Teague
quoted.
He's, if nothing else, a veteran in the locker room. 15.
Yeah.
No, not 15. Probably 10 points at this point in his career. He can
10
pass
points?
the ball. Yeah, probably.
He's more like a Rondo, kind of like.
Yeah, he can pass the ball pretty well.
Pass first guy. Okay.
He can shoot a little bit too. I mean, he's past his prime.
No,
he was never like an all-star type guy.
I know that much.
But he's a solid pickup. He's cheap anyways. Bottom line.
Yeah, I don't think it's
both
Brad Stevens. You got to remember you have Brad Stevens too.
Right, you got to remember
it's like
having
before. It's like having Belichick. Like
yeah,
he can take somebody who's got the talent in him. Maybe he wasn't showing where he was, but like he's got it in him, and Brad will bring it out of him, like
exactly,
or put him in a system where it works. Like.
And he knows he knows what he can do. He's not going to play out of his role. Like he's not going to shoot 20 shots a game because he just knows he can't.
I think, and you got to have the fucking attitude too. Like it really is huge in Boston. Like especially, I don't know. I can't speak to like the New York market and all that bullshit and stuff like that because I'm not from there.
Yeah,
but I think it's pretty similar. I think New York's a little more aggressive. Like
drop
30. We'll kill you.
Philly's probably the worst.
Like we'll kill you.
You saw what they did to AI back in the day.
Like, we get your family at home.
That man apart.
You better
best player.
You better drop a double or else you won't be seeing anymore. But like Boston wants to call you the N word. It's not that bad.
Straight up.
No, yeah, so it's you gotta have that. Like it's like even when you lose, you still want to support that team. Like
but
even like the end of the bubble, you see Kemba getting hate and shit. When Kemba's like a good guy,
Kemba's like the greatest like
team like
person
locker guy. Yeah, exactly.
And
it's like dude,
Boston.
That's just uneducated sports fans, but you know.
I mean whatever.
But if enough of that gets to you, it's like Jesus, man.
That's the thing about Kemba. I don't think it will. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah,
I mean, he played in Charlotte this whole career.
I think he's playing for his guys. He's not playing for.
He's played on a bottom feeder his entire career. He just wants to win. And he can. Honestly, people forget this season he was injured a lot. Like when he came to the bubble, he wasn't healthy. So it's like that team had a ceiling. It was just wherever Jason Tatum can bring us. But this season should be way better. But like I said before too, we have the trade exception, so they can bring in a piece if they need to, if people are willing to trade for it.
Okay.
Like theoretically, we could trade Brown, Smart, couple picks or whatever they want for like Harden. Like the money doesn't match, but since we have a trade exception, it does. So it's like having a trade exception is like really big.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not gonna happen because but I mean, we can get into some NBA news. I guess I can just tell you some shit about whatever.
Speaking of Harden, I'm not like totally uneducated on this stuff, but I don't really like. Well, I saw Wall for Westbrook. I was like, I think that's good. Like For one, it kind of seems like they both lost that trade. Like.
Yeah. So, first off, we'll just get into the Harden news. So for like the last
what
week,
the fuck's good with him?
Yeah. So he's been gone for like a week. Like just he's supposed to be at camp, but he's not. But today he came back. He's reported to camp today.
Workout, didn't he? He missed the individual workout.
Yeah, but
he was like out pictures of him partying and shit, or like.
Yeah. So the party happened, whatever. He was like the pictures of him partying happened, and then he missed the workout like
with no mask
2 days ago, and then yesterday
mask off.
But then today he showed up.
Okay.
And he's like he had to get tested, obviously.
Right.
So he's under protocol right now. So he might be good. But going back to the wall for Westbrook, it's like people saying it's linear. I mean, I'm like a secondary Rockets fan, obviously. Like you probably know, but yeah. Like I mean,
verified.
Wall fit with Harden is better than Westbrook fit with Harden, but Westbrook is a better player.
Yeah.
So like it kind of just
depends
and Wall's
on how
got
healthy Boogie Cousins now too, correct?
That's what I was gonna say. So people forget it, and they have Christian Wood, who obviously you probably don't even know who that is. But
is that a white guy?
No. Okay. So he's this guy he was the center for the Pistons last year. So Drummond got traded from the Pistons last year to the Cavs, and so Christian Wood became the starting center for like
Christian
20
Wood
games.
Sounds like a 7'2" like Dutch guy.
Yeah, he's not. He's not at all. But he can stretch the floor, so he's just like a good piece beside Harden. He's basically like a.
And they play together, or
who?
Christian Wood, or you just saying like he's a good?
No, so he's on the Rockets now.
I'm saying, but because Boogie Cousins and John Wall played at Kentucky together, or whatever.
Okay, yeah, there's Christian no connection.
Okay.
No, but he's just like a way better piece than what they've had in the past for what their system is. But they have a new coach too, so maybe they're switching up the system.
I think until they get rid of that high school shoot the three, dive, live in three.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think
until they get rid of that, dude, you're not gonna. That's not a championship winning.
Yeah. Well, I think they are gonna get rid of that because.
So is that D'Antoni? You think, or is that more?
It is 100%.
You think it's D'Antoni, not just 100%. James Harden, like one of the
100% there. It's 100% Daryl Morey and D'Antoni, who are both gone now.
Right.
So this new guy, Steven Silas, he used to work for the Spurs. So I mean, he's just like a defensive fucking guru and
team guy, like basketball.
And they brought in an assistant coach too. Maybe it was Nate McMillan, who was the head coach of the Pacers last year.
Okay.
He's a defensive guy too. So I think they're going in the right direction if they want to keep Harden.
But Harden doesn't want to stay, correct?
Well, that's like
Harden's
alleged.
Didn't he reject like a $50 million?
He said.
Or something
the extension. Yeah.
That
bananas.
Doesn't.
No, but that's.
Like here's $50 million. And he was like, "I'm all set."
But that was no. It wasn't that simple. It wasn't that simple. That was like projected. That was projected.
I'm gonna go drink with Future. Like I'm all set.
Well, no, but I mean, if I'm him too, he's already got the max contract. He's rich beyond what he needs. He's trying to get a championship. Like if I'm him too,
if he actually wants to do that,
yeah, because
he doesn't strike me as that guy. He strikes me as a guy who's like, look at me, I'm balling.
Let me get my money. Yeah.
Not even about my money. Like I just like look how good I am. Like I don't know, but like I said, I don't watch enough. Like
no. So I think that him doing that was just like future security because he doesn't want to retire without a championship. Obviously, no, he doesn't. He doesn't want to retire without a championship. Obviously, nobody does.
How old is he though? 30-something.
30.
30. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 30.
So he'll be good. He'll find something.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, he fucking signs with a super at the end of his year. Like,
well, so people think that he's gonna sign with, or no, gonna get traded to either Brooklyn or the Sixers.
Nuts. Why? But then I saw him be like, I want to go to a contender with the 76ers, and I was like, they're good, but like contender?
No, but I think they would be if they traded Simmons for him.
Think they'll be Milwaukee?
I mean, think about Rockets last
year.
Who else? No, but think about the Rockets last year. The year before. Like Harden and Chris Paul, and then this year was Harden and Westbrook. You don't think Harden and fucking Joel Embiid could do it?
I don't know. I don't. I mean,
Joel Embiid. I guess they really
borderline
the best center in the league.
Because I guess unless you want to call Ben Simmons a superstar, but the way.
Well, no, but they'd be trading Ben Simmons for Harden.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
So it would just be like Harden. It would be Tobias Harris. It would be. Well, I mean, it's like a win-win in my opinion.
Okay.
Because the Rockets get younger with Ben Simmons. But if you
trade Ben Simmons is a good all-around player. A better Is he a better all-around player than Harden or no? I think he's a better because he has a defensive end.
I mean, yes and no. Harden literally scores.
He's tall. Like, I think he's a better defender, but I have no idea.
Yeah, he is 100%. But Harden averages 36 points.
Right.
Like,
but you got to think that's in Mike D'Antoni's system.
No, but the drop-off between Harden and the next highest points per game score is like 7 or 8 points. Like, it's a gap. Like, he has literally had like the last 2 seasons have been like generational seasons. Like, just not even just untouchable seasons for like scoring, like efficiency scoring. So it's like
there's probably so many people listening right now. Like, what the fuck is Cox talking about? He doesn't know a fucking thing.
No, so yeah, but no, so I think it's like a win-win. But the thing I don't get is like you don't trade for John Wall if you're trading Harden. You know what I mean?
I don't know though.
Why do you trade for like a 30-year-old John Wall coming off an injury, and then trade for Ben Simmons?
Teams do this all the time, I think.
Yeah, but in my mind, I'm like, if you're gonna trade for John Wall,
what's James point guard and shooting guard, correct?
Yeah. Okay. No, they fit together, but
they fit together?
Ben Simmons and John Wall, not at all. Neither of them can shoot.
Okay.
So it's like,
yeah, okay. I didn't know John Wall couldn't shoot.
But it's like if you're gonna trade,
he can shoot Westbrook.
Off the court. No. So if you trade Westbrook and you don't trade him for youth, you can't trade James Harden for youth. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like you have that. I mean, that's so much value in Westbrook, whether you like him or not. He's one of the best point guards in the league, whether you like him or not. So it's like,
okay. That makes sense.
So that's why I'm just like, I don't think they're gonna trade him. If he wants out, they don't have a choice. If he just says, "Get me the fuck out of here," obviously they're gonna trade him. Same shit happened with Anthony Davis. We saw last year. Same shit happened with Paul George. If superstar wants out, they're gonna trade him. But
yeah,
I just don't. I mean, if he wants to, if he's okay with being there still, I feel like they did. I feel like they did what they needed to do to keep him. If they did nothing this offseason, like they didn't bring in Boogie, if they didn't bring in Christian Wood,
okay, yes.
If they didn't trade Westbrook,
you think he was asking for pieces though?
I think he was just like, I'm gonna fucking leave.
Right, yeah.
And then they were like, well, hold on, we'll do some shit. Yeah, we'll retool.
Travis Scott.
The fact that they were able to get Christian Wood and DeMarcus Cousins is like insanity. Like, they have no cap space.
The significance of that. So,
well, they just had no cap space.
I don't even get how the fucking cap works either.
Well, it's like the same.
Sometimes
as
I'll see like guys like I'm like,
it's the same as like the NHL. So it's basically like the league sets like.
I understand what the cap is. It's just it's different in different sports. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you have two $50 million guys on an NBA team? Like, I have no idea.
No, that's too much money. But there's a super max. It just fluctuates because of how the cap works. Like,
the cap space. Shit, I don't really get all
that. The cap space for each team increases every year because the revenue for the league keeps going up. But the problem with this season upcoming is COVID, obviously. Right. They lost millions of dollars or billions of dollars. So
but they get a $30 million relief, correct? Is that to spend on players or is that to spend on the team?
Say it again?
I just saw something that every team's getting $30 million for COVID relief.
Okay. I didn't hear about that.
Yesterday. So I don't think that's for... if I had to guess, I would say that's not for... They can probably spend it wherever they want, but
that's not for player contracts.
That's for like concessions and like paying people to work in the building.
Yeah, that's definitely what that would be.
Travel or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Because they were also using the stadiums. I don't know if you heard about it, but for voting polls.
For voting, yeah, okay. Yeah.
So it's probably just to like
that's probably off.
Keep the lights on and shit, you know, all that shit. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, people think this John Wall Westbrook is linear, which
it'll be exciting at least.
Yeah, I was gonna say. End of the day, I don't really care about the Rockets that much.
You know
I want Harden to win a championship before he retires, but
I have no idea who the fuck Christian Wood is. But like when I saw John Wall, I was like, that's exciting.
Yeah,
like I know who that is.
Christian Wood's like 23. 23 center. Really? Yeah, like 23 center. The fact that they got him is absurd. Just like
where did he play before?
Picture like Marcus Smart's a free agent this year and they just let him walk for like 10 mil. Like they have the money for him, but they're just like, that's basically.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was just weird. The Pistons.
The Pistons?
Yeah.
Who did they bring in?
Nobody.
Blake Griffin?
no, nobody. Literally nobody.
Last year?
They re-signed somebody for like the same amount.
So why did they do like?
Because they're dumb as fuck.
Oh, okay.
They're just a terrible franchise. Yeah.
Okay.
The Blake Griffin trade was like the start of the decline. Literally made no sense. Yeah,
but he's been balling there, hasn't he?
Yeah, but like, you think Blake Griffin alone is winning a championship against Kawhi and Paul George? What's the fucking point of bringing him in?
Right.
What do you gain
especially
if
you're just gonna like ditch this Christian Wood guy.
Yeah, and they just ditched fucking Andre Drummond last year too.
Oh yeah, where the fuck's Drummond now?
Well, he's in the Cavs now.
Yeah.
Speaking of player options, though, this dude took his player option. This dude's getting 28 mil to fucking rebound the ball.
Yeah.
Does nothing else. Can't shoot.
But he's like
can't pass. He's a good defender.
He makes a difference. I mean, a difference in the game, right? I mean, he's averaging like 18 at one. I remember when we wanted him, he was averaging like 18 a game, and I was like,
like points?
No, rebounds.
Oh no, he's at like 16 now.
I think I don't know.
Yeah, it is. No, it is. That's
enough to make a significant impact.
He leads the league every year, but 28 mil is like fucking Kemba Walker's making 28 mil.
Right,
not even so it's like I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, the Pistons.
I could talk about how bad the fucking Pistons are for hours. It's a fucking terrible team.
Okay.
We can go to the next topic though with LeBron playing with Bronny 2023. You heard about
realistic?
that? It's possible.
Well, LeBron is not. He's gonna play till he's 45.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's never aged. So.
He hasn't. He's looked 35 since he was 18. So
yeah. So I mean, you could look it up if you want. I think he signed a 2-year deal or 2-year extension.
50 million, right?
It was an extension.
Like
yeah,
80 million, right?
Yeah, to say it's probably more than 50 because he's making a max. You can pull up the details, but I'll just talk about it. So it's basically like a 2-year deal. So in the third year, it's I believe he said it's a player option, or no, the third year he's a free agent.
He just agreed to a 2-year, $85 million extension with the Lakers.
That's absurd, but
4-time MVP.
Yeah, so basically
player option year, but this new deal runs through 2023.
So he'll basically be a free agent when his son could theoretically join the league. Yeah.
Is he committed? How old is he? 18? 17?
No, he's still in high school. I think he's a junior.
Is he really that young?
Actually, no, he's a sophomore maybe.
Is he that young?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Because the only way this works is if they lift a one and done rule, which means he doesn't have to go to college anymore.
Well, they already did that, didn't they?
No, they've just been voting on it or talking about voting on it. Yeah.
So what's that? How old are you?
19. Okay. So 2 years he'll be able to.
How old's Brian? 16.
He's a sophomore.
Brian's a sophomore.
He is Bronny Jr.
And the same age. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it is realistic for them to play together. It's just a matter of what team.
Well, that's what I was thinking. But if you're the Charlotte Hornets, you just draft Bronny. You just move up and draft Bronny because you're like, fuck it, we get Bronny, we get LeBron. I don't give a shit about this kid.
Though? Probably right. I mean, yeah.
What else is Bron up to do?
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm saying is LeBron gonna go to some shit team just because his son plays there? But I think he just want to play against his son, right? Imagine LeBron just dunking all over his kid, dude. Bodying his son in the post, just gets him tanks his career in his rookie year because he just can't.
Like, fuck your mama, boy.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna fuck your mom and dunk on you. That's insane. So I can't picture him wanting to play against his son, but
shit. I mean, he said that I think he said that he wanted to play with Bronny.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that before.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it's just speculation.
There's no way he doesn't play till he's like 45, honestly. Though.
Yeah, I mean,
has he ever been fucking hurt?
No, actually, last year he got hurt. He hurt his groin for 20 games. That's why they missed the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
That was it, though.
I do, but that was like a fucking serious.
That was the first injuries I ever had.
Did he tweet? I feel like I vaguely remember that. I remember seeing it and being like,
yeah, he did something to his groin.
So that's the one injury.
He led the league in assists per game this year.
He had like a career year, correct?
36. Yeah. No, but he led the league in assists per game. Like 20, I'd probably guess like 26, 28 points per game. Somewhere around there. I mean, he's just still top. I mean, still the great. Like I said, if KD's back, he's the second best player in the league and it's behind LeBron. So
who, Bronny Jr.?
No, I said if KD comes back fully healthy, LeBron's still the best player in the league. Yeah.
He's the second behind Bronny Jr., I'm saying.
Oh yeah. yeah. No.
Okay.
So I mean, he just hasn't even aged a fucking minute, dude.
Yes, and he has not slowed down. Not even like he hasn't aged. He hasn't even slowed down at all.
Yeah. Exactly.
And what? How many seasons he played now?
17.
You got drafted what? 03?
To 17.
Yeah.
Bryce is 18 now. But they're like it'll be his 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he looks fine. So I mean,
shit.
It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of where is it gonna happen.
Yeah. I mean, that shit's crazy, bro. I mean, if it happens.
But I guess you want it to work too, right? Like you don't want it to he doesn't want to hurt his son in any way. So you want him to play on a team.
That's the funniest shit.
That's like good and where it could work for both of them because he's already done. He'll be in presumably his 22nd season if this does happen.
Yeah.
23rd season. So it's not like he has much more to prove. He doesn't have anything to prove anymore.
Imagine Bronny gets drafted by
he just steals all his minutes.
No, he gets drafted by a bum ass team, like some fucking I don't even know.
Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit. He gets drafted by Detroit and LeBron's like, you know what? I think I'm good. He's like, yo, Bronny, my fault, bro. I'm gonna just stay over here in LA.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to anywhere else. Yeah, one of the WNBA.
He's like, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I actually if you didn't get drafted here, I probably would have been.
I want to play in China.
Yeah, deadass. Imagine he goes to the Knicks. Knicks fans would fucking.
That'd be fucking insane.
Knicks fans would have a.
I want to go to a crazy market. That'd be awesome. But he gets talking about the Celtics.
Honestly, bro, it's like.
We just literally kick off the whole team.
At the end of the day, bro,
and is a team willing to be like, I'm getting rid of this guy because LeBron's gonna play for us for 1 year? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if he did get drafted to the Celtics somehow through not us sucking, but through us
trading for a draft,
trading for picks or something like that. Like
that Clippers pick.
Exactly.
Kawhi and PG leave.
something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, is it like the Celtics aren't going to get rid of Tatum and Smart, blah, blah, just to sign LeBron for
we got a $28 million player extension
or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Extension.
So there is something like that gets thrown in the mix, but I just watched the injury and it's not that bad, not as bad.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
I was trying to like flipping, and I was like, is he actually hurt, or is he just LeBron like putting on the LeBron show, like fucking everyone look at me for a second. Oh, look how tough I am, like
that ass. One more quick thing about the NBA before we move on, because fuck the NBA. But you hear about Demar Derozan and his burger?
I heard some got broken into. Of all the people you don't want to,
bro. So here it goes. So basically,
I didn't hear anything about it except that it happened.
So for those who didn't hear about the story, so basically someone broke into Demar Derozan's house.
And they thought it was Kylie Jenner's house, right?
Well, so he's neighbors with Kylie Jenner. Yeah. So imagine you go into someone's house, like breaking in, and you're thinking it's Kylie Jenner, and then just some 6'6", 220 dude just like.
A former Crip, if I'm right about that.
Compton, yeah.
Or a blood one.
I mean, he's a peaceful dude, but yeah.
Oh yeah, but still.
But like, no.
His boys might not be like.
Bro,
he still has a couple calls he can make.
That ass. No, but so I was just.
I didn't hear any more details about it except for that it happened.
Like, yeah. So basically, the guy came in. He was standing out front of his kid's bedroom or something. And he was like, he just like chased him out of the house.
Yeah.
And then I guess the guy came back later on,
like, yo,
going to Kylie's house, and security was like, all right, bro.
They're like, are you serious?
Yeah. Did we not?
You back?
Was this not established before?
Why would you even break into that house, though? Why would you break into a famous person's house like that? Because
headlines?
But it's not like, well, I mean, you might even get famous off that nowadays. I have no idea. Yo, I'm the dude who robbed Kylie. What's up, yo?
Well, it's actually Demar, but like,
yo, gets like a $40 million record deal or some shit. Like, but because it's like, it's not like it's just them home. Like, they're not just like, don't worry, guys, I got it. I'm going to bed in this 16,000 square foot house, fucking by myself. No security, no nothing.
Yeah,
probably have fucking laser turrets at fucking every corner of the house. Like,
I guess he was pissed off because like he lives in a gated community. He's like, how the fuck is this guy in here? Like, Demar.
Oh, right.
How the fuck did this guy get in my house?
It must be someone that someone knows, or something like that. Some
or
connection.
just like people fucking slacking off because no shit goes on in there. I mean, how many
times?
Right,
yeah. But if it's a gated community, like you. I mean, you should at the gate. I mean, I know like there's places that have landscaped where they're like you got to know the fucking gate code. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, so I don't know, but
that ass.
Yeah, that's a bad fucking idea. Someone actually, so you wouldn't know. Let me teach you fucking something. Anthony Smith is a UFC fighter, light heavyweight fighter.
Yeah,
and he's known for being like super tough, whatever. And some dude broke into his house actually, and
just clocked him or something.
No, he was on like meth or some shit like. And obviously, it was like the middle of the night. There was
the guy.
And Anthony Smith was on meth at the time. No, so the guy broke in. He was like on drugs or he was schizophrenic or something like that. And he like I guess like really caught him off guard and put up like a legit fight. Like
oh shit.
And Anthony Smith was like, I thought I was gonna die. Like because he was just like this guy. Like he was like I was just cracking him with like he's a fucking UFC lightweight. Like fought John Jones and he was like I was hitting him and he just wouldn't go down. Like. He's like, I didn't know what was going on, and it's the middle of the night, whatever. So there's actually a video of that too, and like the door footage or whatever. So he finally throws him out. The guy's out front just like screaming, like not really anything, just kind of like screaming, like slamming on the door and shit. But like that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
but you're also kind of a savage. Like, I went a couple rounds with Anthony.
Well, the guy that I'm thinking tried to break into the house, like Kylie's house, is probably just some fucking little dweeb that was just like some little fucking nerd that was trying to get some club points. Yeah, like I don't think he was just fucking. I don't think he was on drugs or anything. It's just some fucking.
Yeah, no, this guy was on. Anthony Smith.
That's crazy though.
Actually, Anthony Smith does all right. So he might be in like I don't know if he's in a gated community, but someone could break into his house if they wanted to. Like it wouldn't be as hard to break in there as it would be, whatever. But
yeah, we can move on though.
These people are fucking crazy.
So this is like I don't know if you heard about this. I don't know if you watch any like F1.
This shit, I have no fucking idea who these people even are.
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton, but
yeah. So this is an F1 racer. So basically, what happened was Lewis Hamilton got COVID. He's like the best F1 racer, pretty much ever.
I knew that. Yeah.
Borderline, if not, he's number 2, if not number 1.
Yeah.
So he had COVID, so he couldn't race. Obviously,
Mario Andretti? Is he the?
I forget the guy's name. You could look it up, but.
All right.
Yeah. So he had COVID, so he couldn't race, which is kind of weird because I feel like you're in a car alone.
I guess it's more exposure to the crew, maybe, or something.
Yeah, maybe. Whatever.
Or like if you crash and then all the crew has to run out there and help you. And
true. Yeah.
You're fucking coughing all over them.
Anyways, so he's COVID, so this guy George Russell fills in for him, and he's doing great the whole race.
Is he a no name or no?
Not a no name, but he's not. He's like a
compared to like
picture
basketball.
Like an amateur fighter. who's trying to go to the big league, and he's about to get
So
a
someone
big
takes
fight.
a fight like 2 weeks notice or something like that, and on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then he's like or like somebody's like gonna fucking play on Broadway, and he's the understudy. Gotcha. That person gets COVID, whatever. Okay. Yeah. So so he's not a nobody, but whatever. So he goes into the race, and he's lapped 70 out of 74, puncturing his tire. So basically, I mean, it's all projection.
COVID-related?
It's all project. No. So it's
all.
I
think the car may have COVID.
No. So it's just projection. But he probably was gonna win the race. He was in like 4th when his tire punctured.
Yep.
And same thing happened with his teammate, Valtteri Bottas. Whoa. He's also on the Mercedes. So the way F1 race is,
he's like a super villain. Like, what's his name? Say it again.
Bottas, Valtteri.
Bottas.
Bottas. B-O-T-T-A-S.
B-O-T-T-A-S.
That's his last name. Yeah.
Bottas.
Yeah.
Monterey.
No, Valtteri. V-A-L-T-E-R-R-I.
Valtteri Bottas. That's his name.
Yeah, he's from like Denmark or Norway or something. Yeah.
That literally sounds like a Bond villain.
Deadass.
Valtteri Bottas.
Oh, it's you again, Valtteri Bottas.
Spoiled again, Valtteri Bottas. Damn you, Bond.
No.
So that guy crashed too, or?
Well, I mean, neither of them crashed.
Okay, so it goes by team. It's like Ferrari, Mercedes.
So there's
BMW.
two racers per team per race. Okay. The way F1 works is it's changing this year, but this is like the last year of like kind of these like. Basically, Mercedes is the best car in the race.
Yeah.
So that's why they're always in first. Like, basically every both Mercedes, like Lewis Hamilton and Bottas, they basically always finish like top 5.
Yeah.
Because their cars are just superior to everybody else's.
Yep.
And like I said, that's changing this year, so there's going to be more regulations, so it's more a level playing field, and it actually depends on who's actually racing. Which it's not to take away anything from Lewis Hamilton, because he's just like actually a really, really good racer. But
so this would be like if Brady got hurt, and then also fucking Damian Harris got hurt or whatever.
No, so it'd be like if Brady got hurt, fucking Garoppolo came in, gets fucking helmet to helmet, knocked out cold, and they just don't call a flag. Like they're just like, sorry.
Yeah.
So anyways, so this guy gets a puncture in his tire and loses the race. I mean, he comes. I think he finished like top 10 still, but no, he actually lost completely. He only got 1 point. So if you in F1, no. So in F1, if you finish first, you get 25 points.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then if you have the fastest lap, no matter where you are in the race, you get 1 point. So you got 1 point for the fastest lap, which is why people were like, he probably would have won the race because he had the fastest lap.
And he's and
he was in 4th when his tire got the puncture.
And that's what 20 points or something. Like, what do you get no points for not winning? Is it like 25 or nothing?
So it's I think it's like 1 through 14 you get points.
Okay.
So like 14 gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And are you getting them per lap?
No, you get them at the end of the race for placement.
Okay.
And then at the end of the season, they add up all your points, and that's who wins like the fucking whatever.
And then, but they were like, he's gonna win the race, even though he was just most likely gonna come in first. They were saying
he was in 4th, and he was just fucking wheeling everybody, just speeding everybody every lap, overtaking somebody. Like he was gonna win the race,
and they were like, you're gonna come in first, most likely. But then he gets the fastest lap.
So he gets his 1 point still, but since his tire punctured, he fell all the way back behind to get 0 points for placement.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, and the same thing happened with Bottas.
For the season now? Or
no, because it's based on racer. So what's his name still has all his points. Lewis Hamilton.
All right, okay.
Gotcha. But so Lewis Hamilton's losing a lot because he missed a race because now he's as opposed to getting his normal 20 through 25 points somewhere in there, he's getting 0 because he didn't race.
Right, but how many?
I mean, it doesn't matter. He's a fucking 100 ahead of the next guy behind him.
Okay.
But yeah, he's just grand.
Just like a crazy thing that happens.
Slamming the competition. He's he's just the greatest racer ever. But
gotcha.
Yeah, so something happened in the pit crew. I don't really know exactly. Maybe there's more information on it now, but some shit happened with the pit crew. Both of their cars got fucked up, and they lost the race because of it. And it fucking sucks because that was George Russell's like shot. It was a shot to like get on a team, and now he doesn't get any points. I guess 1 point for
but he gets still get on the team, right? If they're like, hey, you raced pretty good, like
yeah. But I mean, if you win a race,
right, you're guaranteed.
I mean, that's like a difference between $100,000 contract and a $10 million.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, that does suck actually.
Yeah,
but if they're
so he has. I mean, he has. So
who's
basically,
the backup?
What do you mean?
The Bond villain? Is he the other guy that like races usually?
Well, he's Lewis Hamilton's teammate.
Right.
George Russell's
he's
the
guaranteed
backup.
in there too.
Oh, he's already on a contract. Yeah, he's a great racer too.
But I'm saying, so this kid might still get a shot. How old is fucking Lewis Hamilton?
But the thing is, he doesn't have leverage now because he didn't win. Like he's just.
But I can be like, go fuck yourself. I raced good. Like.
Well, yeah, theoretically, but then they'll just be like, well, we don't really need you. Like, we don't really care.
Oh, but okay.
Our guys are good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just sucks.
But Lewis Hamilton and Mr. Bond are nowhere near on the out of there.
No,
they're gonna be there for a while.
Yeah, I mean, Lewis Hamilton's like probably 26.
Then if there's only 2 guys, then it's like even if he got on the team, he's still getting the contract for being on the team.
Yeah, but it's like nothing.
Racing.
Yeah, it's like nothing though.
Okay.
You need to be
like losing it in like the where I'm losing you is like if there's only 2 guys racing, like I mean, Lewis Hamilton's coming back, so it wouldn't matter if you got signed, right?
Well, he would get signed by another team.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But someone still might get him.
Yeah,
I mean, you race pretty good there, kid. Like,
yeah. I mean, that's the goal. That's the hope.
I see exactly.
This guy's he's been a backup for a long time, I guess. And now this is
gotcha.
One big break, and then
gotcha.
Yeah, but people could just be like, they'd be like, oh, you were racing pretty good, but you didn't win. So we can't.
Fuck yourself. My tire blew. I'm not running the race.
Well,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
I mean, that's the hope.
Understand the dynamics of racing.
The hope is that he gets it.
Yeah.
That he gets the contract, and he probably will. But it's hard to replace. It's hard to take a guy like I mean, you're not gonna know this guy, but take a guy like Daniel Ricciardo who races for Renault. You're not gonna take a guy like him and be like, yo, we're gonna replace you with George Russell. He'll just be like, well, I've been fucking racing like a beast like all season, and you're gonna replace me with the guy who has 1 point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just a weird dynamic.
Yeah.
But I mean, hopefully he still gets a contract. I'm sure he will somewhere. Maybe one of those bottom tier teams. But like I said, this year too, they're changing the their regulations now. So
what's that gonna be?
So like this year, like best powertrain, best fucking drivetrain, best steering,
they're changing the
best components, all this shit. Mercedes sweeps everything.
They're gonna change the dynamics of the actual cars and stuff.
Well, so what they're gonna do is they're gonna restrict the better teams, so everybody's on a level playing field. And actually,
so now it's gonna come down to like who actually is the better racers, not who's got the best car.
Yeah,
because this guy's probably winning because he has the best car.
I mean, it's like
in a sense,
it's like Brady versus the system, like
right.
So it's like you could say that
because they also they did change the rules for Brady and he still excelled. You know what I'm saying? So this guy is probably Lewis Hamilton's probably gonna still excel.
I mean, he's just
but
different.
This kid might.
He's just different, bro.
It's like everybody's getting fucked by the no huddle because Brady was so good at the no huddle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like some guy who might be like, my thing is the no huddle.
Yeah.
I'm not very good otherwise, but like I can kill with the no huddle, and then they
take that tough shit, brother.
Then they take the no huddle thing away, and now he's like, okay,
all right, well now you got to be good.
Right, exactly. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay,
so
that sucks.
I'm kind of excited to see what happens this year. No, it'll be good for the sport though.
Yeah,
because you'll be able to see if people are legit or not.
Yeah, a lot of my buddies are trying. I don't know when it's on or where it's on or.
It's on weird times here.
Yeah.
Like I watch it at work sometimes because I got to be up at like 6 a.m. to like go to work on Sundays. But
like American
sometimes, but
sport,
like the last one that was just on was like 9 a.m. on Sunday. So something like that. It's like a NASCAR duration.
Okay. Yeah, so I watch like soccer and stuff. And that's usually
it's like similar times to that. Saturdays, just because it's in Europe usually.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, hopefully George Russell gets a shot. I'm sure he will.
Hope
somewhere. Damn. I bet. That's crazy, bro. Anyways, we can just move on to the next topic though. So this is about 100 Thieves. They won the Valorant tournament. This you know what Valorant is? Have you seen Valorant?
Is it a video game?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know like CS:GO?
I don't think I've ever
you ever seen like Counter Strike?
Yeah.
So it's like the new version of Counter Strike. It's a different company, different make, but in this game it's like same mechanics, but there's like abilities. So like some characters can teleport, some characters have
so it's like
tracking darts, like shit like that.
Is it like what's that? Overwatch mixed with like Counter-Strike?
It's like a mix, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So 100 Thieves won it. You know like Nade Shot?
100 Thieves has the Okay Boomer girl, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Alright, word.
Sick.
I'm with them.
Yeah, so they won this weekend. They beat TSM in the championship. This dude Hiko, bro. Different, bro.
Hiko?
Different. This man's like 30 and just gunning these little fucking 19-year-olds. Insanity, bro. There's no other esport that you can be like this cracking at that age.
Yeah, I don't know shit.
Just look him up real quick. Look up like his age and everything.
I just started watching like Tim the Tap, man.
This man is different, bro. I'm telling you. This man's just leading lobbies like 19 kills, 5 deaths, like just not even close.
Like Counter Strike's like single death. It's like search and destroy, right?
Yeah. Every game is search and destroy.
This guy looks like he's a gamer. He's built like a gamer.
How old is he?
Oh,
that's his actual age. Anyways, he's older than everybody else in the competition. And he's just like he's like balding.
Is he new? Or is he
no.
Hiko age. Let's see.
It's like Hiko 100 Thieves. Yeah. So he's 30. So I'll put this stat out there. So the oldest guy in the Call of Duty Pro League. Guess how old he is?
I'm gonna guess like 21.
Nah,
24. Or no. You know what? Because I guess like 28.
Yeah, probably 28, 27.
Yeah.
That's Call of Duty, where like, I mean, if you can just shoot straight, if you can position and shoot straight, you're pretty much good.
Yeah.
It's like
There's no abilities.
No disrespect, but it's like the simplest esport out there.
Right.
Like it's pretty straightforward.
Oh, damn, this pretty
but I mean, that's what it's built for. You watch like highlights.
Yeah.
This man is cracked, bro. Like he'll just come around corners, one tapping people with pistols and shit.
Too. Just
yeah. Well, that's how it works in Valorant. There's no aim on sight.
Okay.
Yeah. So this guy Hiko, just crazy talent. Especially for his age. This happened in Counter-Strike before too. There's a team of all guys like over 30, and they were just winning championships just because. I don't know what it is. Something about this type of game. You just don't really need like. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
It's probably more experience than like.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
They're probably a little more composed than some kid who's like 19.
I don't know if it has to do with like the way it's aiming.
Huh?
I don't know if it has to do with the way you aim in that game, the way you shoot. So it's hard to tell from the videos, but when you shoot, like if you hold full fire, your reticle doesn't move, or like your crosshair doesn't move, but your bullets do.
Oh yeah.
So like your bullets will spray above your crosshair, so you won't actually know where you're shooting. So you gotta like drag down to like counteract it.
Yeah, that's kind of similar to COD. A little bit, not as much.
Well, in COD, the bullets are gonna go exactly where you're aiming. That's the only thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy that he was as good as he did. He basically carried that team this weekend. They played pretty crazy. They beat TSM's a really good team.
Jesus Christ, this dude is fucking disgusting. Holy fuck.
Yeah, he's nasty, man.
He's disgusting.
He's probably the best player in the league, close to it.
He's just wiping. He's clutching left and right.
Yeah,
wiping dudes.
Yeah.
Good lord. And this is, I've never even heard of this game. But
this guy's 30. This is Valorant.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So just imagine people who are just young, like 21, fresh, like super quick reaction times because they still got their youth on their side, and he's just fucking just clicking these kids away.
And who plays this? Like, is this a really competitive environment?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Super. Like this is a worldwide esport. Like Call of Duty is like an American thing for the most part. Like there's some teams in Europe, and there's some players from Europe, but it's mostly American talent. Like this game is worldwide. Like everybody in the world competing.
Yeah, I know Counter-Strike was big like that.
Yeah.
I never got into it, but I played it like once or twice, and I was like, yeah. I was too used to Call of Duty. Like,
yeah, I play Counter-Strike sometimes too, but it's not.
My area was really into Counter-Strike.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I played Counter-Strike a little bit with my friends, but
I remember watching. We would watch Counter-Strike guys like buy stuff on it.
Yeah, like
my buddies used to play it, and like they would buy it, and if you get this knife and this fucking
drop, like
supply drop, you can get $500 real. And I was like, what? Like I was like, why?
Insane,
I don't know. People just want it because it's cool. I was like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But
it's like Supreme, brother.
Powered, yeah, exactly, yeah. Powered. But then you just look at me like, yeah, well, because then I would just be like, dude, you spent $500 on a fake knife, like you can't even hold. Like, at least Supreme, you can fucking actually have it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah,
but I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I just want to bring that up.
I mean, yeah, he looks fucking.
100 Thieves, pretty successful esport. They've only been, successful team. They've only been around for 2 years. They've won multiple championships already. Yeah, they're in the COD League now too. They just got a team in the COD League this year.
Oh, 1,000 Thieves, or
100 Thieves, yeah. That's like you remember Nate Shot, obviously. That's like his. He's the CEO.
Wasn't he? What, Optic?
Yeah, Optic. Yeah, he's the CEO now of 100 Thieves. Pretty crazy. But if you want to go to the next topic, we can. Coyote and Tyler Herro.
Yeah, I saw this, and I don't know if Snapchat just fucked it up. I screenshotted it.
I think I saw a little bit about this too. He was like hitting up his girl or something. Or no, is that
Lil Yachty fused with Bryce Hall? But like, isn't that Tyler Herro?
Okay. No.
That's not Tyler Herro?
No.
You sure?
That's Bryce Hall.
That looks just like Tyler Herro.
Yeah, no, I was about to say. I
was just like, why did they put that picture up? Like,
no. It's that's Addison Rae's boyfriend.
Who's Addison Rae?
She's just like a huge TikToker, like one of the biggest ones in the world.
Oh, I thought she was I don't even know what she is.
So I think
people like freak out over her.
Yeah, what I saw is that Lil Yachty dropped like Addison Rae's name in a track, saying like he's gonna like slide on her or something. And so his
So what did Bryce Hall have to say about that?
He like commented and was like,
"You
bitch," basically.
Knock that off.
Yeah, and he was like, and then Lil Yachty replied and was like, crying, trying to fuck your girl.
That's so dumb.
It was the dumbest shit ever, bro.
I really thought that was Tyler Herro. No joke in that picture.
That's actually so fun. Oh, is that what the question marks are for?
Yeah, because I was like, that's not that guy. Like, that's Tyler Herro. Like, why did they put that picture of him? Like,
that's crazy.
Because that's what I saw at first. I was like, are they doing like a thing? Because I knew he was doing something with Jack Harlow. So I was like, that'd be kind of cool, like if they did some video together. But
true.
I don't know. That's really what I have to say. I don't know anything about it. It's like when it comes to like TikTok and shit, I'm literally like a 50-year-old person. Like,
I don't watch TikTok.
I don't know who Charli D'Amelio is or Dix. I have no idea who that
They're just the biggest TikTokers.
If they walk by me, I wouldn't know. Like I'd have no clue whatsoever.
You probably should, but that's alright.
I don't know what they look like.
Actually, no, you probably shouldn't.
I don't know what they do.
They're underage. Well, Dixie isn't, but
oh yeah,
Charli is.
I have no idea. Yeah, I always knew that they were like everyone was freaking out. I would be like, aren't they like 15? Like
I think Charlie's like 17.
Dixie's they just got famous 19, doing the same shit that everyone else is doing now. Dancing.
Well, they're just the first ones to do it.
Oh, they're like the OGs.
Yeah, Charli has like 100 million followers on TikTok.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insanity. All right, let's go to the next topic.
Oh yeah, this one's just a personal one. Coyotes in my backyard are keeping me up. And,
personal vendetta with the Coyotes.
I want to think of ways to get rid of them.
Rob, you hearing that shit like across the street?
It was. I went to when I got off for work the other day. They were outside. Like I woke up before my alarm, and I was like, "What is that?" My alarms are like 5:45. Actually, that day I had to get up early, so it was 4:45.
Really?
And I was like, "Dude, it's fucking." I was like, "What is this sound?" I thought it was
something
my Xbox or like something like that, like or the wind or something. And I was like, "What is this?" And I usually sleep with the TV on, but I didn't that day. I was like, "It's not the TV. Like, what the fuck is this?" And then I was just sitting there, and I was like, "This is fucking coyotes, I think." And then I went outside to like go to my car, and they were going crazy still.
I saw one. I was up in my room shining a flashlight out here the other day, and I saw one like walking around back there.
Yeah, and I was like, "This is it. Like, this has to end. Like, I can't do this anymore." But yeah, I don't know. I have my bow, but it's like wicked expensive to get a tag for them, and I don't know what the regulations are on killing them.
You can't just mark one right there.
I don't think anyone would really care, but like. Sure. I can't kill like a whole pack of them. Dude. What's with this pile of coyotes?
Like 5 dead bodies.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know where I'd put them. So like, I don't murder stuff often. Yeah, that's just a quick one. If you guys think of anything, let me know. So
leave in the comment section.
Yeah.
How we should the quickest way to eliminate
coyotes. Way to kill an entire pack of coyotes.
Looking at like 10, 12.
Yeah, this is quite. They're seeming to grow, and they've lost their fear of people.
They're reproducing, and they do not care.
No, and they're all over the neighborhood.
No regard for human life.
If we can't let them learn. Yeah, they're gonna start using our snowblowers and stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. So they're getting less. They're getting less fearful, and they seem to be moving around more. So I don't know. It's becoming an issue. It's becoming an issue. It's not an issue yet. It's becoming an issue.
Fair.
So the next. What do we have? The college football
playoffs. All right. First off, I have no clue how this football playoffs work at all.
Okay, so we're gonna.
Couldn't name you a single. I could name you Trevor Lawrence. I think he plays for Clemson.
Yes,
that's all.
People are getting pissed, but I'm a big Ohio State fan, and
I just like Alabama because of the
I didn't go to Ohio State, so people get upset. But that seems to be like it's a weird thing with Ohio State. Where
they're not good enough to be like bandwagon, but not bad enough to like.
No, they're very, very good. Very good. But they have a weird cult following, like that I'm 100% part of. But it's of all the teams in all the Power 5 teams, which is like the top 5 teams, basically. Bama, Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia, fucking
whatever.
I'm gonna be forgetting a couple off the top of my head. It's mostly just school loyalty. Like I went there. Yada yada.
Obviously,
But for whatever reason, Ohio State has like this other following of like people who didn't go there and like just love them. So it's like me. I got a couple buddies who like them too. Yeah. And I always get shit for it because it's like you didn't go there. You just bandwagoned onto some fucking team that whatever. But I've liked them for a long time. So
I was gonna say I think I remember you playing as them in like the 2012.
Yeah, that's literally the reason I like them. I was like, I don't know who this is. Like, but I was like, fuck it. Like
That's the only reason I care about like any Alabama related shit because. In that game, they were really good.
Exactly.
So I just like played as them.
So now you have the. I'm gonna look at the standings right now.
Mind you, I was like 12 years old when I played this game.
Off the top of my head, it's Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, Ohio State in the top 4 right now, with Texas A&M and Florida 5 and 6.
So my question: how many teams make it?
4.
4 teams make the whole playoffs.
4 teams make the whole playoffs, but there's bowl games and stuff like that. There's whatever. The college football playoff is new. It's only been around since 2015.
So what's like how do they determine the winner of like the country before that? They just didn't?
there was like a BCS national championship game, and I'll be honest, I don't really understand how that.
Okay, fucking
I
okay,
think
cool.
they would just take the best 2 teams.
So it's like 4
still power
teams.
rankings.
It's 4 teams, but like it's really competitive going to those 4 teams.
Yes.
So it's like a playoffs.
It's if you lose a game, you're out.
Oh shit.
Basically,
okay.
You have to go undefeated, and then sometimes at the end of the year you have multiple teams that are undefeated, and then they go by like who's the best of those.
Okay.
So it's pretty. I don't want to say corrupt, but it's like
it seems pretty terrible.
It's a system that's like stupid, but everyone understands it. It's like this is just how it is because it makes the most sense. So like UCF, for example, went undefeated for like 2 years straight.
UCF,
Central Florida, yeah. Okay. So they went undefeated for like essentially 2 years straight. If I remember, it was 2 years straight, maybe a little bit longer. They were like 24-0 or something. But they didn't make the playoff either year because it's like
some guy on a fucking board is just like
people don't want to watch UCF play Alabama because they get their fucking doors blown off and it's not going to be competitive or whatever. Like,
I mean, fair, but
right, it's
what
fair.
Else are they supposed to do?
Fair, but exactly. So that's the whole argument that it's a new-ish. It's 5 years old, so they might add 6 teams. You also have to remember these are college kids. You don't want to play in a full fucking 17 game, 16 game.
Yeah, how many games are in a season? Typically
12, I think.
I mean, that's not bad. 12.
Yeah,
that's kind of ridiculous. It's actually kind of absurd to win out though.
Oh yeah, no. So it's super like it's super competitive. Like that's why I love college way more than NFL.
It makes sense, I guess. Yeah, every game matters.
Every game matters. And even it comes down to like games matter. So like you might win your game, but like it might be closer than some of your other games, and sometimes they determine off that. And been like
like deficit.
If it doesn't usually come down to that, but I think it's having 1 or 2
point differential. I mean,
hold on, in a season,
like how many points you scored, how many points against.
I just want to make sure I get this right.
Okay. So then my other question would be,
fucking Christ,
how I just lost it. So, is there like a do the bowl games like matter? Like people just like just found like Pro Bowl type shit, or is it like a
college they play between 10 and 13 games. So it's 13. I think 13 would be your championship game. So you really do play 12 teams, really.
So do you? All right. So I guess my other question would be like, take a team like Boston College.
Yep.
Obviously, even if they win out, they're not going to make the playoffs because nobody gives a shit about Boston College football.
Right.
How do you like
change that?
Not even that, but like obviously the championship is Division I football.
Yep.
So only Division I schools can be in the playoffs.
Right.
So even if you're a bad or just like a lower market Division I team, like where do you go from? Like, are people getting drafted from Boston College? Like, we'll put
some players.
Like, how do you even determine worth of a player who's played for Boston College playing a bunch of shitty teams?
But that's on the scouts to determine if he's actually a good player. Like for instance, like
are you more likely to be if you're a shitty player on Alabama, you're more likely to get drafted than the best player on Boston College? I would assume, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It depends how shitty you are.
So if you're trying to actually be a football player, like legitimately be in the NFL, you got to go to one of those schools.
Yeah, you definitely want to go to
what, you gotta figure out a way to get in there.
Just off the being like you're gonna get more recognition national. Like Daniel Jones went to Duke.
And the Giants QB.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he went like 3rd or 1st overall or something.
Well, so I guess because I'm kind of thinking about it in terms of like college basketball, where like you take someone like John Morant who went to like a mid-major, like he didn't go to he went to Murray State.
Yeah, like
I couldn't even tell you where that is.
Daniel Jones went to Duke. He went 6th overall. So it doesn't. You don't have to be if you're a good player.
But I mean, even Duke is like a big school though.
But not for football.
I know, but I mean, still, it's like
yes, it's recognizable, but like you're not getting as much recognition for football as you are over Florida, Ohio State, Bama, Georgia, Clemson. Okay. Like you know what I'm saying.
So,
but if you're a good player, you're gonna get seen. That's
so if you're a wide receiver on Duke,
if you're good enough, you'll go.
Okay.
If you're good enough. But now there's a big debate now because of COVID. So the Big Ten is where
I saw something got canceled, right?
Ohio State is in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And they didn't play at the beginning. So like there were teams
not at all. They just sitting out.
Yeah, there were teams that were like 6-0 before the Big Ten played even one game.
Oh shit!
Because the Big Ten was like, we don't want to do this.
So now it's like, how the fuck do the playoffs work?
Exactly. So now it's come down to Ohio State's 5-0, I think. Yeah, 5-0.
But the other team's already 10-0.
The other team's already 10-0. But Ohio State, if you want to go by that, they should make the playoff. But if you want to look at like who's actually the better team,
like good, yeah, okay,
and who's really going to be like who's going to put up a game. Like Ohio State's gonna put up a better game.
But so I'll question who determines that. Is it like a board of people?
A board. Yeah, it's a board.
That's kind of ridiculous, but
it is a little bit ridiculous.
It's better than I guess nothing.
It would be impossible to do if it was.
They gotta start paying these fucking players if they're gonna play like that.
Yeah.
Like if they're gonna,
that's a whole other can of worms. Like
obviously,
where it's
if they're gonna determine your fucking worth off how good you are, and then they're gonna be like, well, we want you on TV because you guys are way better than these guys. It's like, damn, bro, you gotta give us some of that fucking paycheck.
That's what it comes down to. It's that's what I think it is. Like,
yeah, TV ratings.
Well, I don't think that is what it is.
Yeah,
like,
definitely what it is. Yeah,
it's who's gonna be. You want a bigger market team, like
obviously. I understand that.
It's like who's gonna watch like the Pistons versus the Lakers in the fucking finals. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, yeah.
You'd rather see the Lakers versus the Celtics. Even if, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that obviously comes down to record and who's the best team. Like, by record, you just win your games. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's a way more enticing and marketable, like, whatever.
Facts.
So now it comes down to Ohio State versus
A&M,
Florida and A&M, basically, for who's going to get in for this Final Four spot. Right now, Ohio State has the 4 spot.
So why don't they just fucking be like, all right, fuck the schedule. You fucking 3 play each other.
Exactly.
So that's what this is?
That's what they might be doing. Okay. That's so Michigan versus Ohio State. Okay. One of the best games of the year. It's during rivalry week. It's called
John Harbaugh.
Game.
Still there?
Yeah. So awful. He's got to go. But I don't give a fuck. I say they keep him because we keep whooping up on him, so whatever.
Weird.
The game gets canceled now. And people are speculating, is Michigan going to back out of this game and keep Ohio State out of the playoff? Basically, they're going to be opt out. Be like,
Michigan's already in.
No, Michigan's.
Why the fuck would they care then?
Because they hate Ohio State. So
that's fucked.
Yeah, that's why I love college, because this is pretty far-fetched. It's pretty
far-fetched. So political. What the hell?
Yeah, it's pretty far-fetched. But it really is. That's why the rivalries are so much better, because it really is like that. Like, so people were suggesting at the beginning, like, is Michigan going to take the COVID route and be like, no, sorry, we can't play. We have COVID, because the Big Ten is requiring that you have to play a minimum of 6 games to be qualified for the Big Ten championship. So you play 12 regular season games. Then the 13th game is if you make your conference championship.
Cool. Okay.
Ohio State makes it basically every year.
Yeah. It's the best team in the Big Ten.
Right. Exactly. So, but if they can't play in the Big Ten championship, that takes away one game that they can play, which might affect their overall record, which would affect their seeding into the playoff.
Yeah.
So people were like, is Michigan going to back out and be like, fuck you, Ohio State. Now you can't play that game. You can't play the Big Ten national championship or Big Ten championship game. Now you're only 5-0. Now these teams, when it comes down to the end of the season, who are 7-0, 10-0, 8-0, like whatever.
You can't say no to those guys if they have literally
exactly. That's the argument. That's the argument. So now, but now they just did something last week where BYU played Coastal Carolina because Coastal Carolina's game, their opponent canceled, and BYU was like, "Fuck you, we'll play you." Like whatever. Okay. Who gives a shit? Like,
they try to get it too.
No, but they're they're both 9-0, but they're lower level teams. So
yeah, they're not gonna
they
either way.
Basically were like BYU's motto was like any team, anytime, any place. Let's do it. So on Tuesday,
BYU,
yeah, Dan Smith. So that on Tuesday they were like, Coastal Carolina was like, come play us, and they were like, bet. So then they played on Thursday.
Today, you're talking about or last week?
This was this week. So on Tuesday or last week. Tuesday of last week, they were like, BYU, why don't you come play us? You're talking that shit. Like, come play us. So they were like, yeah. So they were like, did their shit, went and played them on Thursday, which is like pretty sick.
Doesn't matter.
Coastal won that game. Doesn't really matter, but it was just cool. But now people are being like, hey, Texas A&M, your opponent just backed out too. So now
now you got 2 backouts.
Now you got 2 backouts in the top 6.
Gotcha.
A&M versus Ohio State
for the
4 seed. For the 4 seed, it is a no-brainer essentially, but it's a matter of, are they going to book it? Can they get the travel done? Can they get the COVID tests done in time to play them on Saturday or next Saturday?
Bro, if I'm in charge of the NCAA, I'm doing anything I can to make this game happen.
Exactly. You're doing anything you can to get Ohio State or one of these teams in, because it adds to the spectacle, and it adds to...
that's millions of dollars, if not
millions of dollars
generated.
Exactly. But then you have Florida. So it's a whole... This is why college is awesome. Because now you have... I'm gonna look this up right now.
See, the only reason I never really watched college sports in general that much is because of how many teams there are, obviously, and like you were just saying. But that's why I like the March Madness format with basketball, and I can watch that because it's like,
but that's way more teams, way more, or like it's a different sport.
You can't just say here's 4 teams when there's, thousands across the nation of teams.
So now you got your. Hold on, let me look up the schedule for this week.
But I was saying before, while you look it up, I was saying before with like a kid like John Morant. He went to Murray State, which is like you probably can't even tell me where that is in the country. I don't even know where it is. Yeah, But so it was more like that's why I like college basketball format, because if that team is so good and they have John Morant, who's an NBA prospect, they make the tournament. Then he's like, all right, let me ball out for these next 6 games in a row so I can be the number 1 pick.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was just saying I like that format better instead of this 4-team college football
and that
thing.
rarely happens in football, but there is occasionally a game where it's like these guys are gonna go crazy just to make that number 1 seed.
So what I was saying,
number 1 draft, or the first round, you know what I'm saying? There's very rarely a couple or a single game where you see a guy and it severely impacts his draft stock. Where it's
the thing about,
but like Devontae Smith, or I think his name's Devontae Smith or Devonta Smith or something like that.
Yeah.
Last fucking game for Alabama had 250 receiving yards for 4 touchdowns. The first, just had a ridiculous game. And Adrian Waddle, who's the top guy. So you had Jerry Jeudy, Adrian Waddle,
I
know
those dudes.
One other dude.
Broncos.
I can't think of his goddamn name. Jerry Jeudy's on the CeeDee Lamb, I think, was at Bama. So they were all at Bama last year together, and they were like, Jerry Jeudy's better.
So these guys got drafted.
They were like, this guy's CeeDee Lamb's nasty. Jerry Jeudy's even better, and they're like, Adrian Waddle's even better than him. But Adrian Waddle tore his ACL this year.
I was gonna say, I feel like I don't.
So now this kid Devontae Smith is just balling, and it's like he might have gone. He was gonna get drafted anyways, but he might go first round now.
Oh really?
Yeah. So it's like
just he's still at Bama.
Yes.
Okay. So is this Waddle dude?
But he's out yes, but he's tore his ACL, so he's out.
But he's still on in college draw, so he's not drafted.
Yes.
Gotcha. Because Jerry.
So now it comes down to Bama and the top 4 is Bama, Ohio State, Clemson, Notre Dame right now.
Yeah.
Clemson is going to play Notre Dame more than likely in the ACC championship.
Okay.
That affects the seeding there. Probably not for either team, but unless Notre Dame wins. If Notre Dame wins, then Clemson goes down to the 4 seed. Ohio State's out.
Okay.
Bam is gonna play fucking oh god, I can't remember now. They're gonna play someone in the SEC championship.
Mm-hmm.
And if they win, they're gonna stay at the 1 seed. If they lose, that person's probably gonna go up to the 2 or whatever. It all affects I think they're playing Florida, if I remember right. And Florida's the 6th seed. So it's 1 versus 6.
It all matters.
And then it's 2 versus 3. And then it could be 4 versus 5. So now you need, if you're an Ohio State fan like I am, you need Bama to win and you need Clemson to win.
Yeah.
Or Notre Dame, whoever's the highest seed. And then you also need to win this wild card game, effectively, versus Texas A&M, just to maintain that 4 seed and get into the playoff and then have a hope of winning the championship.
Gotcha.
So it's all fucking crazy right now.
Gotcha.
But it's just exciting. That's why.
Why don't they just add more teams to the playoffs?
What do you mean? They might. But it's
why don't they just not just do it? What's the issue? You know?
I think it's an issue of if you're a college player, now you're playing 15 weeks of football, and it's high impact. It's way more intense than the NFL.
If I'm in the NCAA, I'm cutting 2 fucking games out of the season then and just throwing another 3.
It's higher risk for injury. It's higher travel. It's just it just comes down to a moral thing. I guess I don't really. Not that the NCAA gives a fuck about morals.
Yeah, I mean the way I'm thinking about it is that, like I was saying before, guys can just there's just more guys getting more chances if you have more teams in the playoffs. The way I'm thinking about it. So that's why I feel like it would be a better idea, but I see.
So they'd have to go to 8 teams just to make it, because you can't have a 16 playoff or whatever.
Or they could have fucking.
Or
it has to be multiples of 4.
Yeah. So then you have 8. That would open it way up, and that would be more.
I think that would just be better.
You gotta worry about venues then, coordinating with the NFL. You gotta it's a whole.
They could get it done.
Also. Huh?
I said they could get it done. They're billion-dollar companies.
They could definitely get it done. It's just.
I mean, there's got to be a reason why they haven't. They wouldn't miss out on a lot of money for no reason. Yeah, but they're getting so much more from a playoff. If you're playing an Alabama versus Clemson game in the playoffs for the championship versus an Alabama Clemson game in the regular season, obviously the one in the playoffs is gonna make more money. I would watch that even though I don't care about college football.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So.
But right now it's just super exciting and a total.
That's sick though.
What the fuck's gonna happen?
Yeah.
If they can get this it's really
that game has to happen. I mean that game has to happen.
And effectively, it's a wild card game, which doesn't ever happen.
It's not, but it's comparable to one.
Yeah, because basically you win, you're in.
Yeah, you win, you're in.
But then also, even if you win, it was Ohio State. Then if Florida somehow beats Bama, and then Notre Dame somehow beats Clemson,
bullshit, bro.
then you're like, fuck.
That's like the Suns.
Because if Florida beats Bama, they're in at the 4.
Yeah.
Bama goes to 2.
And there's no spot.
Or Bama goes to 3, then Notre Dame goes to 1.
And so
Clemson stays at 2.
Gotcha.
A lot of shit has to happen. It's more of an Ohio State thing, but
yeah. So
or if you're A&M, if you're A&M and you fucking get it somehow, because Texas A&M is not Florida and Texas A&M aren't in the conversation usually. It's almost always Ohio State,
really?
Bama, Notre Dame, Clemson, Georgia. Like there's a top 6 that are like.
What happened to Auburn, bro? I swear to God, they were like a
Auburn
team.
hasn't been good since
fizzled out.
There,
oh shit. Okay.
They've been around. They've been competitive, but they'd have to go undefeated. They'd have to go undefeated. So like right now, I think Texas A&M has a loss right now.
See, that's the thing that
so
sucks.
Does Florida.
Say you lose. Say you just like fuck up, like a fucking interception ruins your first game of the season. Now you're just out. Like, what's the incentive to play anymore?
Well, you might not be because Florida has a loss. Texas A&M has a loss right now, if I remember correctly.
And Ohio State's undefeated.
Ohio State's undefeated, but they're at 6 games or 5 games.
Oh, now.
But Florida is playing Bama, who's the 1 seed. So if you can somehow beat Bama, you're getting in. Like you're gonna get in.
Yeah.
Because then it drops Bama down to a loss.
Out, right?
Nah.
Theoretically.
Maybe. No. Because.
Well, so if Bama's, what are they, 10-0?
Then it comes down to a debate.
Like, are they 9-0 right now? And then they'll be 10-0 if they beat Florida?
11-0, I think.
Okay, so 11-0, right?
Yeah.
They lose to Florida. Now they're 11-1. Ohio State wins. They're 6-0. Is there a debate there now?
There's a debate there about who should get in, yeah.
Yeah.
More than likely Bama would stay in, though. Because they play more games.
Yeah, okay.
You know, but.
Same value.
Yeah.
Team value, okay.
Huh. But it's all exciting now because there's always some fringe teams.
Game really matters now.
But this is a particularly exciting year because Florida and A&M have not been in the conversation.
So
that's
gonna suck if Ohio State wins and they just get fucked anyways.
That's but nobody's gonna give a shit because everyone hates Ohio State.
Oh yeah,
you know. So it's like, but yeah, it would suck. But like for instance, like what you just said. Oh, Ohio State played, like 2 years ago, and they lost a random game to Purdue.
Yeah,
like a super competitive game. They lost by like 2 scores, I think, at the end, like in garbage time or something like that. But and they missed the playoff because of it. But they were like far and above one of the better teams in the country, one of the best defenses.
Yeah, that's just whack.
Right, but like you said, everyone hates Ohio State, so it's like.
And then also, I guess, just don't drop the game.
Exactly. That's why it makes it so competitive. You have to win out like a 12-game season, and if you don't, you're out. Like
true.
Basically, every once in a while, a single team will also get in, but a single loss team.
Gotcha. All right, we've been going for a long time. We should probably wrap this up. You want to talk about the Cyberpunk thing real quick if you want?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I forgot about that. We just did fucking 90 minutes on something probably nobody cares about. But, yeah, the Cyberpunk coming out, like that new game that's been hyped for like,
you were talking about it the other day.
Crazy hype.
It looked pretty crazy.
It looks sick, but now
like the whole dick
so the reviews came out. Yeah, right. So the reviews came out, and all the reviews look sick. 10 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, 5 out of 5. 8 out of 5, all these
I saw
nasty reviews. But then all these people are coming out and being like, Cyberpunk's fucking these developers because of COVID, and this kept getting delayed so much. So now they're penalizing the developers, the people, whoever owns the game. I forget the company, but they're penalizing the developers, and they're like, you know what? Now you guys are only getting paid.
I forget who it is, but
you're only making commission for the first year that the game's out, or I think even. Or even till the end of 2020. I don't remember because of COVID. Just because of the delays. Because this game was supposed to come out like whatever. But it's like you want a good game. You don't.
Yeah. I'm always in favor.
Consumer too is like I'll wait an extra 5 months. It's like what the fuck? It's still gonna come out. Like so. They fucked them down. They're like you're only making commission for. I think it's either if it's not the rest of 2020, it's only the first year that the game's out. So now all these guys they're all reviewing it 10 out of 10, just because. To get more money from that, just to support the developers, so the game might actually not be that good. Yes, but then it's like, is the game actually that good? Because like it's been delayed 1,000 times, and now you're just saying it's 10 out of 10. And it's like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, is it actually as good as you say? It's not gonna be a bad game, but like
100%, they're still getting salaries. Because commission is just game sales, I assume, right?
Yeah,
the commission,
like they probably make all their money on the sales.
Yeah, 100%. Like if you're like a fucking
waiter,
makes
all salesman, tips.
Yeah, if you're a fucking door-to-door salesman, like you're gonna make all your money off commission. You have a salary that's pretty small,
probably minimum wage, and then you're making way more. So
that's probably something like this. Yeah,
these guys can make a minimum wage. I have no idea.
But
then they make a ton of money on this. You make a ton of money on the sale, so it wouldn't matter usually. But now they're saying, hey, you're only getting commission for this year because you guys fucking took so long.
I mean, honestly though, they'll probably be straight.
Maybe.
I mean, this game's been pre-ordered.
So probably yes, they're gonna get paid, but now it's a matter of like, is this game good or no? Because if you're like, hey, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, a ton of people buy it, you jack up the sales in the first week because all these reviews are so good, and then the game ends up sucking, and everyone's like, fuck this, don't buy this game. Now all of a sudden you're losing tons of sales. Like, I don't know, it's just a shitty thing that whoever makes the game is doing.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Do me a favor, look up the company who makes the game. I'm curious. I'm curious how what's the word? How big their how big their company is.
Yeah. It is CD Projekt. CD Projekt Red. I have no idea who these people are.
Yeah, I don't know who that is either.
Polish game company. Stock price $111. I don't really know much about stock, but
that's not that much. Well, okay, so I guess we can just see next episode. We can see where this goes.
Yeah, because it's coming out 2 days. So their net worth.
Okay.
Their net worth is about $2.3 billion. So they're not a small company. I don't know what the fuck they think though. Sure. It's just like a shitty thing.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It's like, dude, this game is getting so much hype, and now you're gonna fuck these guys, and they're gonna pocket all that extra money if it actually is that good. Oh, okay, so they made like The Witcher. They made The Witcher series.
So they got bank.
They got Netflix show. These other games, but it's probably gonna be a good game. They made Saints Row 2. I don't see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's the only Saints Row. They made, but that was like probably the best one.
Gotcha.
They got a good reputation at least, but I don't know. It just sucks. Shitty thing to do to like some guys who are grinding to make this fucking insane game. It's supposed to be like one of the craziest games that's ever come out, especially on the PS5 and Xbox Series X and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we can revisit it next episode. I don't want to take too long on this one. We've been going for a long time, but
yeah.
For all those who are listening out there, thanks for listening. We don't have a name for this thing yet, but probably will at some point. We're looking to drop weekly episodes, probably on, what do we say, Wednesdays?
Yeah, what's today, Tuesday?
We record on Tuesdays. We'll probably drop Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So, I will. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Take it easy, people.